Hi, welcome to Heart of the Home. I'm Chef John Maxwell, and we're here at Meadow Hall in Meadow Event Park, and we're going to be playing with a couple of really nice Virginia food products today. We're going to start out with some parsnips, and we're going to move into oysters. Oysters and parsnips are a very, very good combination. I've got some parsnips in here boiling, but I'm going to talk to you about them out here. This is what a parsnip looks like. It looks very much like a carrot. It's white all the way through. Let me peel it off. You see that I take this little tan skin off of it. All right. It's white and it's very sweet. Very sweet. So I diced this up and I've got it in that water, just parsnip and water, boiling down till it's soft. Right? And now I'm going to mash them. Okay, I just got some of the water out of it. I'm going to add a little bit of heavy cream. What I'm trying to do is add a little fat into here, because fat is our friend. Right? And now I'm going to mash it up with a wire whip. Now you can get this as smooth as you want to. If you've got a little hand mixer or a blender or a food processor, you want to put this in it, you can make it really, really smooth. The texture of an oyster, which is going to go on top of this, works really well with a little bit of chunk in this, so gives it a nice mouthfeel. So I'm not going to mash it up too much. So I'm going to set this over here, right? And I'm going to take a little saute pan, add a little bit of oil to it. This is just vegetable oil. I've got some flour in here. I'm going to season the flour with salt and pepper. Get that mixed up good. Now I've got some oysters. I'm going to bread these oysters. I'm going to bread a few of these. Now a good oyster, if you're going to fry it, right, you shouldn't put too much breading on it. A lot of people will get them a real thick cracker meal coating, something like that. And I like just a little bit of seasoned flour. Now if you want to be a real traditionalist, you can put a little bit of Old Bay seasoning in the flour. But I like the flavor of the oyster to come through. That's nice and hot. I'm going to add a little bit of butter to it. I use oil and butter because I want the flavor of the butter, but I don't want it to burn. So I add the oil to it and that raises the smoking point a little bit. Now that it's hot, I'm just going to go in with these oysters. You don't want to put too many in at the same time because I don't want to drop the temperature of the fat too quickly. We're going to let that go for a little longer. Now I don't usually tell you how much of everything to go in while I'm on camera here, but you can get the accurate recipes by going to chefjohnmaxwell.com, and you can print out or just read off the recipes from there. And you can also find out a lot of other stuff about me up there. Now the oysters, the breading on the oysters is absorbing some of this fat, so we need to be careful about making sure that it doesn't absorb too much at the time. So I'm going to add just a little bit more in there. So what's happening is as the oyster cooks, it gives off water, and the water goes out into the fat, and that lowers the temperature, makes it more difficult for it to brown. So you have to be careful about that. Got these parsnips here. Now I'm going to take and put some of this parsnip down on this plate. Nice and golden brown. You don't want to get them too dark. Now these are going to come out and go across that parsnip. And the sweetness and the soft texture of the parsnip is going to balance out really nicely with the crispy coating and the soft center of the oysters. Now I'm going to take a little bit of butter, add it back into here. Melt that down. Just finish this sauce off a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice, some capers, which is a little pickled flower bud from the Mediterranean, right, and some chopped parsley. Stir this around. You can see how the butter now has started to make a little sauce here. If I don't get it too hot, that'll be a nice little butter sauce. And this is going to go over top of my oysters. Got that there. I'm going to just pop a little bit of parsley on there to give it some color. And we're ready. And we don't even have to serve this with a lemon because we put a little lemon juice in there. So there we go. Got a fried oyster on parsnip puree. Perfect. Every week we make recipes using great Virginia-grown food. We make them in our kitchen so you can make them in your kitchen. Join us next week on Heart of the Home when we get to play with more great Virginia food.
Recipes from the Heart of the Home can be found on Chef Maxwell's website, chefjohnmaxwell.com.